Hello all, welcome back. In the last two sessions, we understand what is error handler middleware in Express.js. Okay, hope you have done a practice. Okay, then we can today in this session we are going to implement error handler middleware for our application. Okay, we have done application right. So we have the MongoDB and we have implemented DB connection to that with the help of config the MongoDB connection, and we have route handlers, user route is there, and we have controllers to control all the routes. Okay, we have implemented with async and await, the fantastic, and we have used .env file and lots of setup is done. Okay, basic setup is done. So today in this session we are going to implement the custom error handler middleware in our application. So far we have done 30 sessions as part of our building an e-commerce application for farmers by students. Okay, of course, once we understand all the fundamentals, we are going to work on this project together. Okay, first let's learn all the fundamentals. So here, if you miss these sessions, please do practice, and then only you can understand what we are going to do. So let's, without wasting time, let's implement that. So for that, it's a middleware. So in app.js file, of course, I just added here. Maybe while doing practice, I just added it. Don't worry. It's a yeah. So this is the code which we have previously. So we need to implement custom error handler, and we need to use that middleware here. So let's create a new folder on the root that is called a middleware. MyDDLE middlewares, and which middleware we want? We need error handler middleware. This is error handler. It's a custom middleware. Okay, we are implementing our own custom middleware. So you know what's the syntax for the middleware function. So constant error handler middleware. Okay, here I'm just going with the error function syntax. So let's here error handler middleware should have the four arguments. The first one is itself an error, and second one is a request, and third one is a response, and the fourth one is next. Okay, hope you have done practice. So once you got an error, you will get an error code, right? Status code. So we need to read that status code from a response. So constant status code equal to it will come from response object response dot the status code. Okay, if you don't get any status code by default, we can go with the 500. Okay, if this is undefined, so we'll take the 500 as a default, or you can add a conditional operator like this. Suppose if you're not familiar with that syntax which I have written, so this is also fine. So if this is undefined, we can use this one. If it is not undefined, we can use this one. If it is undefined, so we can go with a 500. So here normally we'll send a response.json, like whatever the error you got, you need to send a proper error information to the client. So here we can deal with three things. We should pass the title for that error message. So normally we will give a not found error or unauthorized error, like that we need to give a proper title. So here I'm just giving like a not found and message, and message. This message you will get it from error object. Okay, error dot message, and the last one is stack trace, stack trace. Okay, this information also we can find from the error object, because if you got any error at any point of the executing any middleware in the Express application, so it will skip all the middlewares in that sequence, and it will hand over that error to the custom error handler. If you don't have a custom error handler, it will hand over to the default error handler, which is handled by the express.js. So that those basics we have done already. So error dot stack, stack, that's fine. This is the message. But here we can't get only one error that not found, right? So that we need to implement the switch case. Okay, switch case here based on the error status code. Based on the error status code, we should pass the different response. So here, suppose in case if it is 400, we need to send some different message, right? In case if it is a 401, we need to send a different message. In case if it is default, we should send some different message. If it is a default, I'm just putting like okay, no problem. I mean, we didn't get any error, so we can see that okay, all is well as well, and you can say like break for that. So if you got 400 error, so discard it. So you can send the error message the same way for 401. But here it should be proper, right? If you if it is a 400 error, we should say the proper title. If it is a 401, we should say proper title and proper message. Of course, you will get a error message and error stack from the error object. That's why we don't need to worry about it. You can just pass the same thing for all the things. But based on the error, based on the error code, the error is different, right? As you see, 400 is a bad request, 401 is unauthorized, 402 is a payment required, and 403 forbidden. Okay, so we should give a perfect message. Like a 400, it's a bad request. So if you see, 400 is the bad request, the proper title, and 401 is unauthorized. Unauthorized, so that it will be more useful for the people who are working from front end, right? So you can say unauthorized error. Your wish, your wish. You can add the meaningful the title, not a bad request error. Otherwise, you can skip this error. That's your choice. But I'm just putting like a as simple as possible. So 400 and 401 is like that. The same way we can implement 401, 402, 403. So that I'm just copy. So please do practice along with me. So if you watch the video, you can't understand anything. Okay, you feel that you understand everything, but no, you will forget easily. So 402 and 40. Just tell me what is 402 error and what is 403. So here 402, it is clearly saying that hey, you need to pay something. Okay. So here if you want to learn properly, you need to pay attention. Okay, you don't need to pay money, you need to pay attention and do practice. Then only you can understand the subject, then only you will be succeeded, then only I will be happy for providing the training for you. So 403, this is the forbidden. So fine, looks good. So is there any other important error code is there? Hey, 404 not found, this is very important now. So let's take 404 as well. Make it 404. And this is what it is, 104. Not found, the popular one, right? So please don't forget these things like me. So just remember all these error codes. At least regularly used error codes regularly. So and we can implement one more thing like the 500 because if you got some server error, normally people will try to send error as a 500. 500. So simply we can say that this is the server error. Server error. Of course, we have a specific error codes for server errors also, but this is the beginning, right? So that make it simple. Once you understand or try to implement um, the error handler for um, all the possible error codes, okay, 300s, two, like a 400s, 500s, like that. A lot of things are there. So fine, it's good. It's good. Okay, we have implemented our error handler, and here one more thing, one more important thing. So if you see here, the 400, 401, we have just hard coded these things, right? Instead of that, what I did, I've created a separate constants, okay, constant.js, just on the root level, constant.js. So here I'm just storing all the values as a key value pair. So bad request means it's a 400, unauthorized means 401, payment required means 402, forbidden means 403, not found means 404, server error means 500. So just create that constants object and export it like this. Just pause the video and note down and just implement in the same way and proceed. So our constants are ready. So now what we need to do. So here just import those constants into this error handler. The constant, yeah. The fun thing is, it's, fun thing is this is also constants. Okay, we are storing constants into a constants. It's fine. So we have a constant. So here what we can do, 404, right? So constant dot, which one? 404 means, okay, I used to forget. It's a bad request. Okay, so the bad request. So whenever it is 404, it will check like case constant at bad request means what? It's indirectly a 400. So if it is a 400, it is going to execute this one bad request. And then here you can identify with the title so easily, like constant dot unauthorized, in a similar way, constant dot payment required. Okay. Here again constant dot forbidden, that's we have implemented in the constant.js. Don't get surprised from where it is coming. 404, like constants dot, what's that error? Not fun. Not fun. Not fun. Last one is the server error. I hope I added server error as well. And here constants dot the server error. Fantastic. We have implemented our own custom error handler middleware. So now it's better to export it, right? Because if you export it, then only we can use it in app.js. So here module dot exports. So I'm just exporting as a named exports. This is like a error handler. So if you in future if you want to add a few more methods or somewhere somewhat in this JavaScript file, you can export like a comma separation, like comma. You can export another thing. I hope you are familiar with all these things. So now error handler is ready. So let me import that error handler into the main app.js file. So in the constant just require what is required for us now. Yo, like we need to put double slash. Oh no, just a forward slash. Sorry. What is that? Is there in the middleware? Error handler middleware, and the name of that method is also error handler middleware. So now our responsibility is just invoke that the middleware. We can use that middleware at the bottom of all the middleware stack. So this is the place we should always keep it at the end. So app.use error handler should be at the end, so that whatever will happen, if something happen in between any middleware in that stack, so it is going to bypass that error from all the next um, middlewares in the sequence. It will skip and it will pass it to the error handler. So that's it. This is the implementation. This is the implementation. So what we have done in this session, simply we have created a middleware folder, an error handlers.js file is there, and here so we have taken error request response on next. Based on the status code, we are sending the different messages. That is also based on error status code, and we have a constants.js file is there. We have defined few things only. Okay, in future, of course, while we are implementing our application, definitely we are going to add a few more error codes, and we can customize it. Okay, this is it for today's session, and the next session we are going to test it. Okay, we have implemented our middleware, the custom middleware in our application. So in the next session, what we are going to do, so if something went wrong in the routes, okay, user routes is there, hopefully we have controllers, right? We have controllers, user controllers. So if something went wrong, so while you are fetching data from the MongoDB, if something went wrong, maybe that record is not found or unauthorized, so that we will bypass the error to a custom middleware. Okay, this is just whenever I have done a practice, I just commented and just bypass that error to the custom middleware instead of finishing the request and response cycle. Okay, actually this was the code. This was the code. This is it. So in the next session, we are going to test this custom error handler middleware, and after completing that, we are going to enter into authentication and authorization concept, and we are going to implement JWT token. So please do practice in a sequence and just do revision. And if you have any questions at any point of time, please reach out to me. Okay, don't stick with your questions. Just spend for 1 hour. If you're not able to solve that question, if you got any confusion, even if you didn't understand what I'm explaining, so just reach out to me and I will help you. So hopefully just give a like to this video, because this is very important. Of course, I just taken things from another YouTube channel. Already I have suggested that YouTube channel, that's the best one. Okay, fine. That's it. Bye bye. Get ready for the next session.